Austin police officers Gregory Gentry and Chance Breches indicted almost 2 years after making an arrest in Northeast Austin.
Officers were sent up there from our organized crime division because we'd had several shootings and stabbings and lots of reports of drug dealing.
According to Police Chief Brian Manley, the two officers saw drug deals taking place and moved in to make arrests. One suspect was taken into custody without any problem. The other resisted.
He refused to remove his hands from his waistband, and the officer punched him in the face to try to get him to gain compliance and stop resisting. And injuries were sustained by both the officer and the individual.
The suspect was taken to a hospital following the arrest. He later pleaded guilty to possession of a controlled substance and tampering with evidence and was sentenced to 3 years. Manley says an internal review board, including the Office of Police Oversight, found the officers were compliant with policy and training. Former District Attorney Margaret Moore chose not to send the case to their Civil Rights Division.
They all agreed that there was nothing there, and somehow this case was indicted 2 days ago.
Austin Police Association President Ken Cassidy believes the reason is a political move by newly elected District Attorney Jose Garza. Garza released a statement about the case that reads in part, quote, "Holding law enforcement accountable when they break the law is critical to rebuilding community trust and also to the safety of our community." The DA also says 2 assistant district attorneys were concerned with the officers' use of force and alerted the Civil Rights Unit. Garza says last year the investigation was opened and approved for presentation to a grand jury.
Well, I find that strange because he wasn't there a year ago, and Margaret Moore, the DA at the time, was advised and briefed on this case, and she chose not to do anything. So either he's confused or he's lying.
Cassidy says the indictment sends the wrong message to Austin police to stop proactive enforcement in high-crime areas that often involve arresting uncooperative suspects.
You cannot get out and enforce these laws if you don't have the support from your DA. So we need to know from him what laws he wants us to enforce and which ones he doesn't.
Both officers have been placed on administrative duty until the conclusion of the trial. A first-degree felony conviction can be punishable by up to 25 years to life in prison. Sending it back to you.